Hey everyone, this is RC. Just gonna do a cast for you guys because I felt like it. This is a TVP. It says it's twos actually, so kind of exciting for you guys. I'm not sure if that's what if that's what you guys like, but I just want to let you guys know that for this type of game, this is I don't really play twos, and so I was just playing to see if I could get into masters. And this is the game that actually put me into masters, so I just want to show it to you guys and show you how I got, or how this match turned out. So we are playing Flawless Feel and Flawless Kalu, and as you can tell, yes, they're our team, and so it's a random versus an arranged team. And so I'm guessing these guys had a plan since they have a lot of chemistry with each other. I guess Flawless Feel is gonna go ahead. Let me see how this works. Oh wow! In an actual 2 vs 2, you can't even pull up the names. That sucks. Okay. Well, I guess we're not gonna worry about that. APM average is all right. Income, that's all right. Everyone's on the same page. Forget all that. But pretty much this is how it is. In the beginning, it's always good to find out where exactly your opponents are, especially in a 2 vs 2, because oh shit, it determines a lot of things. Like if they're right next to us, then for sure we have to defend for sure on a rush. If they're like how they are across us, then we don't have to worry too much because it takes a long time for them to come through. And not only that, but then we also have to worry about side droppings and stuff like that. I think tanks could go right here and they can hit the gases. So like all of that stuff like really matters. And so you gotta plan accordingly, or plan on the spot and see what you're going to do. To be honest, I felt that these guys were alright. I think they were hella good, but I think they could have taken the game easily, and you'll find out why later on, and I'll explain to you why that's so. But because of the fact that they didn't exploit what they had, or didn't abuse what they had, I mean that's usually what it all came down to. So as a Terran, getting 2 barracks is always good in the beginning for a 2 vs 2. You can go Marauder, but then you got to commit to 2 barracks and keep pumping out Marauders as much as you can until you get enough SCVs to fund around four barracks. And also that, but fucking hell, I'm tired. But you have to make sure that your opponent is also up to par too, because it doesn't matter if you're good. I mean, if your opponent sucks ass, I mean, it's not going to go anywhere. And that's the reason why I stopped playing twos, because I get some shitty ass partners. And I've been waiting for them, or Blizzard, right, to fix that. And I guess they've been doing a good job about that, but still, I think when it comes to any other divisions, that it's pretty imbalanced. That's how I feel. So, this is usually how it is. I liked personally in a 2 vs 2. I like to go 2 reactor and one marauder, just because two reactors and one tech lab, just because it's a lot easier to do. Not sure what I did here, but usually that's what I like to do, and just in overall, even in 1s and 2s, it's just how it is. But let's see, what do I drop here? I don't think I dropped anything. Yes. Oh yeah, see, there you go. It's been a while since I played this game. So let's see here. Always being on top of your supply is always good. Always watch that. I mean, it may seem that being supply blocked for a couple seconds isn't really matter so much, but if you just supply block for 5 seconds here, 10 seconds there, 3 seconds here, 2 seconds here. Thank you, Hui, for giving me that tip. Anyways, basically, yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm talking about B-Boy Aftershock. If you guys know who that is, he's basically, we were talking this one day, and just like, like there's a lot of things that people do that just like waste time. Basically, you could spend 5 minutes here, talking to someone. You could spend like 10 minutes there walking somewhere, but then at the end of the day, it adds up to like 2 or 3 hours, and that's 2 or 3 hours that you could have done doing something else. And so it's cool, and I understand that, and I strongly believe that as well, because I'm obviously my ass is on Facebook 24/7. But anyway, scouting around is always good. Never stop scouting. For me, I was thinking, where'd that probe go? I thought he's gonna go expand or something like that. So always be looking around, and I guess obviously I saw this. I was like, all right, let's go kill this real quick. So and this is very, very important because proxy pylons are all whack. And so this guy was getting Hellions. This guy was getting DTs. And then we're over here, but this is pretty bad. Look at that. That's so bad. So anyways, this guy's gonna try to do his thing. So Hellions, what I try to do is you bring back your Marines, right? And you put your Marauders up. But then he's cool. Yeah, blue flame, everything. And so we stop some of them, and he blinks down here, and he gets some. So this guy wasted a lot of money on that, just because of the fact that he did it so late. And to me, it's just like, well, if you're gonna do it the wrong way, well, you might as well not do it at all. And this guy obviously wants to do DTs. So once I spotted the DTs, I was like, okay, well, we gotta do something real quick. Luckily I was already getting scanned down, and so I'm trying to wait for him to just commit. And so now he's gonna go inside. Wow, look at that. That's perfect. My partner was dope as hell, dude. For real. My partner was sick. So he tried to attack me right here, which is cool. And we get one of the DTs. And the thing is that if you're gonna do something like this, I mean, look how much money you have. You can actually do something else with that time. You don't always have to be in battle. I mean, if your partner's already putting pressure, what's the point of you like putting pressure as well when you could be building up? Do you understand? Like, it's just common sense. Like, if he's gonna put pressure and he's gonna keep everyone at bay, then what should happen is that you should expand, you should build more stuff, and then commit and help out with all that. So check this out. I don't do anything because I want to make sure there's any more DTs, and then you drop the scan. The thing is that what most players do, especially in Masters, is that they'll drop one DT and they'll put it in one area, and then they'll go ahead and get another DT and put it in another area to waste your scans. So as much as possible, what you want to try to do, even in Diamond or Masters, anything like that, try to see if you could at least clump the DTs. And like this dumbass did, he actually, yeah, is exactly what he did. So here he goes. So he finally got a detector, so that was good of him. And these fools, I guess they were just trying to do their thing. Puppies. And the detector's coming out, obviously. Well, I mean, these guys, I mean, they're alright. What's gotta happen though is that you gotta, oh, look at that, damn! Hooray! They got, like, you have to hit and then back off, hit and back off. But the thing is that they're putting too much pressure and they're not macroing. Especially this guy. You're on 3 gates and you have 900 minerals. Like, where's your expansion? 1. For like that whole time. By that time that he could have expanded, basically, or by the time he was attacking me, he could have expanded and got like 4 or 5 other gateways and even upgraded and stuff like that. I don't understand. Sorry, I don't understand why he didn't do that. So it's whatever. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna put this down. Sorry about that, guys. But let's see here. Now he's trying to catch up. The person who's in back, the whole who's behind is actually Teal, and he's the one that's gonna pay for it in the long run. So getting the towers is always important, and knowing what they're doing. So if you take it to our view, Let's go right here. So this guy right here. So what I'm doing is just scanning. It's like, okay, they've got this, and they're posting up. We were gonna attack, but because there's so many tanks, you know, it didn't work out. So mobility of your units is very, very important, and I'll let you know why. Oh, I even need to let you guys know why, because I already explained this concept before. And if you haven't, then you can watch the rest of the videos and find out. If you are new and you're watching this, my name is RC, and I play StarCraft 2, and that's pretty much how it is. But no, because this obviously I see a lot of people coming back into StarCraft 2 from WoW, and I just want to let you guys know that the game is evolving very, like, you know, it's really evolving, and you got to be on top of your toes to keep up with the game. Like for me, damn it, I'm freaking tired, man. For me, I've had a lot of history in RTS games, especially since StarCraft 1 and Warcraft 3. But wow, look at this. This is useless. But yeah, that's pretty much all it is. Like, you just gotta know how to dissect your opponent by playing with them. Let's go back to the everyone view. So this guy is still on 3 gates. 3 gates. Like, really? 3 gates? That's all you're gonna get? That's just useless. That is just useless. So whatever. As a Terran player, you gotta be macroing like crazy. And that's all I got to really say to you guys, is macro like crazy. So this is what's gonna happen. They're gonna push up with tanks. So they're doing the old BW or Brood War, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about. Brood War push of tanks, you know, units, and, you know, bunkers and bunkers and missile turrets. And now they're coming across the map. And I'm guessing that for them, I mean, when they've done this, I think it's worked against other people. But the thing is that if you look at the mobility of the units, they have to stay planted. And you can easily counter this, and it all depends on how you do it. And so what I was thinking is that, alright, well, if he can't come up to his base as quick as possible, right, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to exploit the fact that he has to move all his units back, and he's going to have to eventually lose control of this to control the back of his base. And so that's my thought process when I'm playing the games, at the same time macroing, everything like that. So he's gonna go ahead and try to push up here. The thing is that his focus is, I need to push them and I'm gonna end the game. I'm push and end the game. I'm like, okay, you could push and end the game if you want. That's fine with me. But obviously, you are too fucking stupid to understand that by doing this, right, you take a big risk of us having another place or other places to be. So by doing this is what happens. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out these units and I'm gonna come back. We take the majority of the tanks as much as possible, and then you fall back. Why? It's because there's no point in committing all the way. At the same time, then I come over here because all of his units have attacked, right? So then now I get to zone in for free. So now that he wants to move, it's best for me to just come in real quick. Take in a tank or two, get a supply depot or whatever you can, and then bounce. Actually, you know, I was like, forget it, I'll just leave the Marines there, and then I'll just go over here. So that's cool. At the same time, my partner's putting in work, making sure that they don't expand. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna drop some guys. And usually you want to drop where where you had the most probability of hitting someone. And then from there, what you'll do, you'll split your units and then take out the rest of the tanks. The problem with this, right, is that you don't want them to set up as much as possible. You want to be able to take out everything, and you want to keep them back as much as possible. So by creating more units and dwindling down his tank numbers. Now he's not producing a lot of things. He's only getting gas from, actually, that's his bad, dude. Seriously, damn. Anyway, don't commit if you don't think you can take it. Honestly, there's no point to, and my partner knows that too, because obviously they got 4 Colossus, right? And so what's the point of going against 4 Colossus, right? When we don't have, when they have charge lots and stalkers. And so what has to happen at this point is chill. I take some of my SCVs and actually fight with them. And then what you do is while all the Colossus are going back, you actually take out some of the Colossus as much as possible. Almost right there. But then again, what's happening again is that you got to bring them back. Once you bring them back, see the mobility of this army, the Colossus, the Thors, and everything like that. It's not going to work out in the long run because you're too slow. Versus units that have charge and everything like that. Like eventually, what's going to happen is that you're going to get overthrown because you're too slow, and that's something that's really, really bad. And I mean, at this point in the game, if you are not up to macro, I don't even know how many I have here. 8. Yeah, if you're not up to macro, you are going to lose the game. You got to constantly keep expanding and put pressure. Make sure that if you see your opponent, there's going to be those little times where your opponent's going to have to, is going to go off, drop their guard, and you have to be there in order to take advantage of that at all times. So, what's going to happen is that they're focusing too much on the Hellions, even though they don't really do anything. Stalkers, charge lots, tanks, and Thors. Like, this is a really mech-based army, and to me, a mech-based army isn't going to do too much against anything else on the map. Especially if you want to do drops, you can't drop a whole mech army. What's the point of that? So, anyways. Also, upgrades are very big important thing. Even if it's 1-1 or anything like that. It's very, very important. It does do a whole lot more, especially if you get armor. I mean, for each point, say like if you had 3 armor versus say let's just take this Marine. So my guy without this would be doing 3 damage. I mean 6 damage, right? But then if they have 3 armor, then they only do. This is all, by the way, stock. So if this is only at 6 damage right now, and you had this armor, say that was at 3 armor, then basically all I'm doing is 3 damage to you. Which is the reason why in Ultralist with Chitinous plating, I mean that's the reason why. And this is what I'm talking about. Here, let me So you see his army is by himself, right? And so what you want to do is you want to dwindle his numbers down. I don't care about this too much, but I want to make sure that I can take this out. And so splitting the army as much as possible is what you want to do. And then from here, you take a group of guys and you focus down to Colossus. And as you focus down the Colossus, right? Now you just taking out their whole army. Now they have to rebuild. At the same time, your macro is already up to par. And it's fine that I'm dying here. I mean, I'm gonna eventually, I could build here. It's not a big deal because my income is fine. And so being able to, there you go. Making sure you click the right units because Hellions don't do anything to Marauders. So make sure you do that. And the whole game point of this is, on a 2 vs 2, it's not about who does better, it's about who controls the map. You're going to easily win just by controlling the map. You don't necessarily need to beat the shit out of your opponent. It doesn't work that way in most cases. Unless you do an all-in, then yes. So I guess what he was going to try to do right here is try to get ahead and try to stop our economy, but didn't want to let that happen, obviously. So we're almost near the end, and they're dwindling. Their numbers are decreasing, and they're losing money and time, and we won't let them expand. So, the game that's exactly what we did. We just waited for them to, you know, to stop, to just do their own thing. They want to expand, but they can't expand. And see what happens. If I was him, I would have hit this first. And eventually, that was pretty much it. They just knew that it was done. It was a done deal, and so yeah. Just want to let you guys know that is pretty much what got me to Masters. And so yeah, I still got my game. I'm playing a lot of threes with Cynical and Black Nitro, or AKA Michael and Jerome. And so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. It's not really as exciting as the other one. I'll show you an exciting game, but this is pretty much how you play it twos on a high level. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. Alright guys, take care and peace.